Hey everyone, it's Herc again, and in video 2, after you've set up your settings from video 1, the next step is to basically start using Pixel Scout, and it's quite simple. You're simply going to put in a keyword that you want to search Google for on different websites and check those websites to see if they have a pixel. So you basically would do any type of keyword that you want. So for instance, I'm going to do snow removal in my city of Edmonton, since it's winter and it's pretty crazy out there. And then the locale is Canada. And then what I can do is choose how many pages of Google that I want to search. So being that Google usually gives 10 results per page, I can search page 1, I can search page 1 and 2, and then I can scroll all the way to 100 search results, which would be 10 pages of Google. And you'll see the credit cost also moves up and down as you're choosing different pages. So it's basically going to cost you 1 credit per page of Google that you want to search. So let's set this at 50 with a 5 credit search, and I'll begin the search. And it'll confirm what you're doing. You're about to begin a search for snow removal Edmonton. This will cost you 5 credits. Do you want to continue? And I'm just going to go ahead and click on OK. So now basically that's going to queue up a new search, and you'll see it here in the bottom, and it's waiting for analysis. So what'll happen when it's done, we'll go into another one. We're going to look at roof repair Edmonton. Okay, it'll show you a little green dot, meaning an analysis is completed. It'll show you how many websites it found, your locale, and the date of the search. So what then you can do from there is look at the websites inside of that search. So we're just going to open that up. And here they are. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to give you an X, and you can hover over it to see that what it's telling you is that there was no pixel found on this website. And what you can do is open that in a new tab. And I use Chrome browser, and I have the Facebook Pixel Helper Finder extension on my browser, and you can see there's no pixel on this site. So if you want to double check your your results, you can do that manually with the Facebook Chrome extension as well. But this is getting things done a lot faster, and over time as the software gets better, it's absolutely going to be reporting more accurately. Now, a couple of the things that we found where it's getting false positives is something like the user has a plugin installed which basically will only fire the pixel if a geolocation IP is used, meaning the website I looked at was in Canada, and I was in Canada, so when I visited the website, the pixel would show. But then Todd, he's down in Dallas, Texas in the United States. When he visited, he was visiting from a US IP, so they chose not to fire the pixel on that site, and that's a plugin that they added to their site. I'm not even sure what that is, but that's just an instance of getting a false positive or a result that isn't accurate to what you're seeing. So you can double check, but the tool is going to get better and better at being able to report accurately with these things. So the next thing is it's going to grab the URL that it's found. It's also going to show if it finds a contact email address or multiple contact email addresses for that user. It will grab everything that it finds, and then if it finds a contact page, it'll also give that for you. So you can see this one found no email addresses, but it did find a contact page. And then as I scroll down further, you'll see these blue reports where basically there's a check mark. There was a pixel found on this website. So basically these are not going to be companies that you're going to want to contact, because they already have the pixel loaded into their site. So once you basically have a couple of sites that you want to contact, you can go through and brand and check out the sites and see, maybe the site is or a company that you want to contact or something. You can go through the information and choose the ones you want to contact. What you can do then is go ahead and click on create a report. So let's go down to the bottom here. So I'm making sure I create a new report. And this guy has an email. We have Delta Control here in Edmonton, and he has an email and he has a contact page. So let's go ahead and create a report for this guy and set up our contact. Okay, and now what we're going to do is down at the bottom is where you're going to create your actual report. So it preloads the URL for you. It preloads the email it found for you and everything like that. And you can put in the client's name if you want to. You don't have to. But then you're going to choose who do you want to send the email with. So you're either going to choose your Gmail or your Outlook or your SMTP if you have one set up. and then you'll want to pick a report theme. And right now there's only one theme that you can use, but that's going to be updated in the future, as well as allowing you to create your own report themes, which is going to be awesome. Okay, and then once you have these settings, you just want to set up your email message. Now, we have templates available, which is going to save you a lot of time, because if you're using the same contact email always, you can basically build it, put it in here, and save it as a template. So here's one I have, for instance, that I just use as a template for example purposes. It's not meant to be sent to a client, but we can load that template. Okay, I'll just click the little check mark on there, and it will load in the template for me. And that's a way that you can create templates and save them fast. We're also going to upload some of Dino's templates in here that are a lot higher response-based templates for you to use to contact your people with. So once you have all that information done, the one more thing I'll show you is short codes. We do have a couple of short codes you can use. So a report URL, a client website. So that's basically, a report URL is the URL that you're going to send to the client and say, look, here's what we found wrong with your site. And you probably might not even use that in the first email. You can if you want to, it's there for you, but it's your choice. The client website would be Delta Control. My first name would be my name, my last name, my business, my email, my phone, and my fax. So basically you're giving them all your contact info. So you can use any of those in the subject and the body as short codes as well. And then of course we have the design editor where you can make your emails look really, really pretty. But I find the initial contact into someone should look real, as if you were a user, more so contacting the business because you're actually interested in their service. So basically once you're done, okay, you can preview that report. So if you click on preview report, it will send you over, and notice in the top right corner it does say that this is a preview. But then this is giving you an idea of what the report is going to look like that your client will be able to see if they click on a report URL in your email. So if you're happy with everything, you can go ahead and click Save Current Report. And now what that save will do is it'll move your finished email up into this folder up here. So let's click on that again, make sure it's saving. So actually I'm just noticing now, so we are going to put in the client's name, and if you don't know the client's name, we can just put in Delta Control as the client's name. So there we go, that's why it wasn't saving. So now I'll click save again, and this time it's not telling me what's going wrong. What's happening is it says successfully saved changes, and it's going to reload the reports at the top. So at the top of this is basically everything, all your reports for clients that you want to contact. Now basically the way these work is the green dot means that you've already sent it, the gray dot means that you have not sent it yet. You also have information about when it was sent on, when it was created on for each report. If you want to go in and edit it or resend that report, you can. But for Delta Control, basically it's saying this is the client, this is the email, that's the email, and then what I can go do, I'm going to actually edit this report and show you what it's like if I send it. So I'm going to change the email that we send to. So I'm going to load up that report again, and this time I'm going to take out their email address that I found, and I'm just going to put in my own email address. So I'm going to do, there we go, and then we'll leave everything else. So I'm going to save that report again, and that should update the email in the top. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click send, and you are about to send the email report to the client. Continue just confirms that you want to do that, and then you go ahead and click send, and done. At the bottom you're seeing successfully sent email, and this now turns to green. Now the other thing is, let's go look at our email to see if we received that email report. So I'm going to drag in my email box, and here it is, and you can see it's an email from Herc Magnus to myself. So hey Herc, I noticed, because I obviously changed the information to send it to myself. I noticed your site Delta Control, blah, 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 doesn't matter. And then here's a quick report on what we have found wrong with your site. So now if the client reads this and he clicks on this report, let's just go over to that report. Then they get to the actual report where it has your contact information, but it has their website information loaded into the report. And then we have a button for how do I resolve these issues. So basically if they click on this button, okay, it's going to take them over to the contact form where now the client is like interested in what you're doing and they can fill out their stuff. So I'm going to put in Delta client as a name, and let's just say their email address is joseph@gmail.com, and then the website is Delta Edmonton. Okay, and I'm now acting as the client, so the client is interested in your service and they click on send a message. Now once the message is sent, they're redirected back to their report. They get a notification that the message is successfully sent. And so now when we check our email, you can see we get an email, you have a new inquiry, and it's from Pixel Scout, and basically telling you that a new client has contacted us regarding the site, that they filled out the information on the site, and there's their contact information, and they obviously want to be contacted about working with you. So that's basically how that part of Pixel Scout works. It's quite simple, using the Pixel Scout tool and then the reporting. The next one is basically the Pixel Checker, and this is basically simply a single check on a single URL where you can, if you want to check if that site has a pixel, and instead of putting in a keyword, you would put in a specific website. So if I put in HTTPS PIXEL so we're going to go Pixel Scout IO, and we're going to begin the check. That will actually check this specific URL instead of doing a keyword check. So you might not use this one as much, but it's still going to give you the same idea. So there you can see Pixel Scout, and the pixel is present on the site, so there's not much you can do with that. Then of course there's the simple creating a report functions and the delete functions for everything. So that basically sums up the entire use of the Pixel Scout software and how you use it to search for keywords, create reports, send reports, and get inquiries back from clients. All right, talk to you guys soon.